What's up guys, it's Devin and welcome back to another PC building simulator video. Last time we played this, I think we had somebody come in who had a bunch of who had a thermal paste issue. We had somebody who wanted a RAM upgrade, and I think had another person who wanted a hard drive upgrade. This episode, we've got a few more rigs that I'm not completely sure what they are because it's been a while since I played this game. This is the first video that I'm technically making since I've come back from the break. As of right now, I haven't actually announced that I've come back yet, but this will be the first video that goes up afterwards. So without further ado, we're gonna turn the light on. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. I don't have face cam this time. It's not specifically because I didn't want it, but I don't have face cam this time because I have a new computer case that just came in the mail today, and I was gonna use it for another rig to set up something completely different, which I'll get into more detail down the road. But long story short, I got a new case for my computer, which wasn't initially gonna be the case. It was gonna be for a whole new rig. But I liked the case so much that I decided that I was going to use it for my own rig, and because of that, I had to take everything out of my other rig and put it into the new case. And when I did that, I have like a USB, a PCI USB, not PCI, but I have one that goes into into a PCI cover slot, I forgot to plug it in. So it's in there, it's installed with screws and stuff, but the actual USB, the actual USB ports themselves are not actually connected to anything. So I have it plugged in, I just don't have the actual thing plugged onto the board itself, which is annoying because now I don't get face cam today, so that's fun. I'll have to open it back up later. We got two 1050 Ti's that are sitting in our mailbox with a 6700. I'm sure we'll understand why we have those once we start jumping into it. So, first things first, I wasn't able to buy the new desk because I don't want to buy the desk now and not have any money afterwards. So we're going to hold off on buying the desk for now, and we're just going to get started with one of these things. Remove viruses. This is easy peasy. All right, we're going to go ahead and open it up. Again, I don't got an auto screw tool, so I have to do everything manually, and it looks like they just want a virus clean. There's nothing that signifies them wanting for me to clean out their PC. It looks fairly clean in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just power it up once I plug the darn thing in, and then we'll be able to see if we can install a virus software and remove a bunch of their junk off of their PC. So we'll go ahead and well, it's very loud right now. I'm sorry about that. We're gonna go ahead and install our USB device. Go ahead and install our virus scanner. This is all too familiar to me now because this is exactly what I had to do for my own rig after the situation has passed. And then it costed me so much money. Like they do a good business. Don't get me wrong. They got everything done they needed to get done. But I took it to a repair shop because my bank wouldn't let me back into my account until they had proof that I had cleaned my computer. Meaning I couldn't do it myself because I would have no way of giving them a receipt or anything. So I took it to an actual computer place to get it done for me, and they charged like $85 to remove viruses. And they even used a program that I literally use for my own home computer. So it just really, it twisted me the wrong way because I'm like, I could have totally done this myself had the bank would have just taken my word for it. But unfortunately, I don't get that luxury. So we're going to go ahead and put our side panel back on. I'm sorry, I was kind of ranting there for a moment, wasn't I? I don't know, I understand them needing the proof and stuff, but it bothers me because I know my stuff, but they don't know that, so I literally had to go to a computer shop and have what I could totally do myself done. Alright, so compressed air first and foremost, because this computer is looking mighty dusty, and I'm going to go ahead and cut away to make sure that you guys aren't going to listen to this for 9 hours, and I'll see you guys back in a few seconds. Okay, I didn't miss anything on the inside, did I? No, I think I got it all. Okay, cool. Alright, well in that case... No, I don't want that. Hold on. Alright, we need to install our back side panel. That's what I want. Alright, so now he wants to upgrade his graphics card. He's got an R9 283 in there. I'm assuming that's probably what one of the cards are for. So... What does the other guy have in his system? He wants to... Okay, so he wants to be able to play a game. So that's fine. They're both 1050 Ti's. One's just overclocked. So we'll give this guy the overclock. And we'll see if that works. It doesn't need a cable or anything. That kind of bothers me. Because, from the looks of it, it's looking like it's not actually going to consider it as an upgrade. So, yeah, okay. That's not fun. What do we got right now? What's our budget for that one there? We I can collect this first and foremost. Okay, cool. We'll do that. This one has a budget of $400. How much did that 1050 Ti cost? 1050 Ti. 165. That's my best card though. That's not fun actually. That makes things so much worse. Okay, well, that means I don't have anything I can use to upgrade at the moment. So, that 970 though, is that going to end up being better? Yeah, actually, it is going to be. Well, what's that R9 280 that we had beforehand? R9 280. It was okay. So that's a 970. Should be better in every way. If I straight up just bought them another one, I'm gonna buy same day too, just for the sake of getting it here faster. What if I remove this? Will it actually consider a 970 an upgrade? It does. Okay. Well, that's fine then. We'll do that, and then we'll call that one a success. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. We'll put our PCI lock back in, and we'll close it up, and we'll. I didn't exactly check the email, so I'm gonna see real quickly before I take this away. I'm gonna see if they want me to do any virus scans on it. Runs a bit slow. No, that's the wrong one. This one. It's full of dust. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get a bad rating for. I'm gonna get a 4-star for this because I bought a Sheen one instead of an MSI, but that's fine. It's really whatever. They didn't want a virus scan though, so we don't have to worry about that. We just gotta put that down, and we'll go ahead and collect our payment. Get 4 stars because we could have totally done better, and all that fun stuff. All right, so this guy now wants to play the sailing simulator. I just totally tabbed out of my game. I love that, and we're gonna go ahead and. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is the rig that we messed up on. The guy wanted a 1050 Ti for his rig, but we accidentally bought a 1050 looking at the minimum and not the recommended. Okay, so we need the 1050 Ti. That's what we want. And now we should be able to close things back up. And once we do that, we should be able to just turn it on and then get it going to the customer, and then we can collect our payment for that. And I think honestly after that I might consider buying the second desk, because the desk, we're getting a few more computers at once coming in. So, we could definitely use the extra workspace. So we'll go ahead and put that away, collect our payment, and we can now comfortably go ahead and purchase our second workbench. Perfect. Alright, so now we got 2 workbenches. That means we can put 2 rigs up at a time and start working on both of them. Alright, now we get to go ahead and we can accept this now. We need to replace the 960 Gaming LE. So we'll go 960 Gaming LE. That's what I want, right? The ME100, ME100. Okay, yep, that's cool. All right, go and next day it. Accept that. You also have need a virus scan, and you want the graphics card. All right, cool. So there's nothing else I need to worry about. Just the virus scan. All right, this guy wants 16 gigs of RAM. He's got a team group, fanboyish. He's got a thing for team group. So we'll go ahead and buy him another just 8 gig stick, 2666, and that should be good. 2666. That's not what I wanted to do. Right here. There we go. And then we can go ahead and next day it. Hit OK, and we can go ahead and accept that. This guy wants an upgraded CPU, i5-6400. It's a 3300 megahertz. What about an i7-6700, 42 megahertz? Wait a minute. Don't I have a? Oh yeah. Okay, cool. We'll just use that one then. Yeah, I'll upgrade your CPU. Alright, this guy also wants an upgraded CPU. He wants something better than a Ryzen 3 1300X. What's a 1300X got? It's got 37. Ryzen... Oh, that's not how you spell it. Ryzen... I've got... no real thing to upgrade it with. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that. I'm going to reject it. Not because I want to, but because I literally cannot upgrade that CPU. Could have given him more RAM, just couldn't have done the CPU. Alright. Got ourselves some B250s. We unlocked the quick screw tool, which is going to cost us a fortune. And we unlocked 470s. And then we are also waiting on... We're waiting on Cabby-like motherboards as well as colored cables in peripheral shop. Peripherals meaning you can like change out your mouse pad, your mice, your headphones, and stuff like that. Things that are just more of like the bragging rights than that is actually logical. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn this off. Gonna go ahead and turn the lights off, and we should be good to pack it up for the night. Go ahead and end the day here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to work again. Turn the light on before I forget. Got ourselves our RAM for the upgrade and our graphics card for the replacement. We're going to go ahead and fix the graphics card first, and then we'll go ahead and take care of the upgrading the sticks of RAM. So I'll go ahead and take this apart. My arm is itching me. I love when that happens. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our old 960. We're going to take that out. Once we unscrew 9 million screws. I can't wait for that quick screw, man. I'm really looking forward to that quick screw. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put our new one in. Go ahead and plug our graphics card in as well. Going to go ahead and install our PCI lock. This is so much easier than it is in real life. Let me tell you, if you're playing this game to learn how to build a computer, buckle up for the real world, because it is much harder. Like, it's like the actual building process is fine. Like, it's not wicked hard, but it's also a really tedious process. Like, cable management is a thing that you have to worry about in real life, because the game is not just gonna, real life isn't just gonna do it for you like the game does. Like, there's just a lot more you have to worry about internally, and it's just much more of a hassle, in my opinion. It's a good way to start learning. But definitely don't use this as legitimate advice on how to build a PC, because it really just isn't going to give you that luxury. Alright, So while that's booting up, I'm going to go ahead and start working on this one here. I forgot to check the email, by the way. What was this one? This one was the replace the graphics card. Was there anything else in that email? Dodgy sites. Okay, I do actually have to run a virus scan. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in real quick. And we'll go ahead and grab our... Can you plug in, please? You got to be very darn accurate with these things sometimes. It's ridiculous how it is. All right, turn that on. And I'll go ahead and while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go ahead and open up our thing of RAM. And we're going to go ahead and install that. And I can't remember. Do you want to do a virus scan as well? You don't want a virus scan. You just want the RAM. Okay. So we'll go ahead and just put this up together. And we'll just turn it on and make sure everything works all just fine. Alright. I can't remember how much the auto plugin costs. But that's another useful thing to have if you don't want to keep plugging it in and all that fun stuff. Alright. So this is all set. We just need to install a virus scanner and run for viruses. So we'll let that do its thing. This looks okay. This looks okay. We'll go ahead and put it in the delivery area. We'll collect that payment. And you want the upgraded CPU. We'll go and put that over here to start. And we'll restart that. We'll go ahead and take our case panel off. Unplug our CPU cooler. And we'll put our 6700 in to replace the 6400. And we'll see if that's going to consider it an upgrade. Yeah, let's go. Hooray for having things on hand randomly. Alright, go and plug this in. Go and put the cover back on. And we can go ahead and forget to plug it in again. Again, that auto plug's gonna come in handy because I keep doing that. Turn that on. Run the virus scanner. Hit OK. And we're gonna remove it. And this should be good to go, right? You don't want a virus scan, do you? Plastic black cables. Well, you almost have all black. Alright, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and remove the cables and we'll put fresh ones in. He wants all black. Gonna remove a lot of this stuff. And I believe there's nothing else I've got to worry about. I'm going to remove this because I think we have to get to these cords here too. Alright, so that should be good. Let's go ahead and install ourselves some plastic black. And once this is all wired up, this should also be good to go. Connect the case, connect the motherboard, connect our 120mm fan. Connect our SSD. Thank God using an SSD. And we should go ahead and... Oh, no, hold on. I forgot the PS mount. There we go. And we can go ahead and place this in delivery area. That should get us a 5-star, right? Yeah! Alright, now this guy should be good too. And I think that's good. 5-star, let's go. Alright, what's wrong with my gaming rig? How you doing? My gaming rig isn't booting anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it. Can diagnose what's wrong with it. It seems to power on okay. The fans go around, but it doesn't get any further than a BIOS screen. The BIOS screen? It's just taking you to BIOS? It sounds like it can't boot into Omega. It sounds like there's like a drive issue. Alright, well, we'll accept that. We'll figure out if that is the case or not. And we'll fix it accordingly. Okay, I hear you work with computers. I'm thinking I need to upgrade my PC. You do benchmarking, right? I'm looking for a score about 3863. ASAP, please. It's urgent. I think I might have visited one too many dodgy websites. Dude, why does everybody, like, visit a bunch of weird websites nowadays? What the heck, man? I mean, I would accept this, but it requires I literally have a level of 4, which I don't. But I tend to like, stay away from 3D Mark stuff. Early on, mainly because you don't have a lot of parts unlocked at the moment for you to be able to get, you know, certain scores. You don't need to get the exact score, you just need to have at least that score. Got 980 Ti, 470 380, an SU 650, a nice little solid state there. Got ourselves a R9 380, and a bit of a crisis. I'm supposed to be helping out an article for Movie Maniacs, a series retrospective of the Masonic Monk trilogy. The series is massive, so you can understand why I want to take utmost care to get this right. The last thing I need is another mob of angry film fanatics flaming me on the message boards and leaving snarky comments on every article. As usual, I ripped my Blu-rays to my computer so I can do a more detailed analysis of the frame image. I can read, I swear to God. But then the hard drive they were made this loud clunk sort of sound. Ooh. And I can't access any of the file. That sounds like you knocked the disc out of place, my dude. That's not fun. If you ever hear like a clicking sound or a clunk sound when you're trying to start a hard drive up, that's never a good sign. That definitely means you killed it. Can you do something? I need to get this article written, or all the Sonic Monk fans, and there are nearly 20 of them, are going to be very disappointed. Oh yeah, this is big. All my 20 fans are going to be angry. Alright. That's funny. Alright, so we just got to replace the hard drive. Nothing too... Now, the problem is, I don't know which one is broken. So, I'm going to have to wait on... until I get the computer in to find out which one's actually the broken one. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and accept it, and it should come in tomorrow, and then we'll find out what's going on with it. Same thing, so pretty much, I can't buy parts at all today, until I actually figure out what's wrong with their rigs. Which will be fun, and this works out perfectly too, because there's only 2 jobs tomorrow, meaning I have 2 desks, and I can bring them both in immediately, which is going to be cool. Alright, day 2 complete. Let's go ahead at the end of the day, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at these new computers. I say new like they're not broken. Alright, first one, we'll go right here. Second one, we'll go right here. And this is a very popular case today, isn't it? Alright, gonna go ahead and take this apart. And we gotta figure out exactly what hard drive is causing the issue. I'm gonna unplug the Easy Store first. And it's looking like this is the broken one. Okay, I'm gonna just double check the other one just to make sure too it's not both of them. And then we'll just see from there. Okay, so the 1 terabyte's looking fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing out of the ordinary from there. It's not telling me it's broken, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. We're gonna go ahead and go to our shop here, and we're gonna just pick up a. We're just gonna pick up a 500 gig Easy Store real quick, and we can go ahead and take a look at that. Take a look about fixing it tomorrow. As for this one, we don't exactly know what's wrong with this one yet. They said that it brings them to the BIOS screen, but like it powers on just fine, but it only brings them into a BIOS screen. The best way I'm gonna be able to tell what this is immediately is gonna be by plugging it in to see if we get anything out of it in the first place. You never want to take what they say for granted, because you want to be able to replicate the issue. If you can't actually basically, if you turn this on now and it's not doing what they're saying it's doing, then you gotta dive a little more into the issue. From what they're telling me, it sounds like I'm gonna be able to power this on. It's gonna have power and everything, and we're just gonna have like a hard drive issue or something. If it doesn't power on, I'm leaning more towards the power supply or the motherboard. It powers on, so that's looking like it's gonna be. Oh. I'm surprised it even took him to the BIOS. If there's no CPU, how... Okay, well, interesting. There seems to be a completely different issue. It's looking like it's going to be the CPU here. The Ryzen 5 quad-core 1500X is not working, meaning we got to go ahead and buy another 1500X. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be a hard drive issue, because I don't, mainly in real life, and I don't like to compare it to real life a lot because this game is kind of different. But in real life, realistically, if you don't have a CPU in a socket at all, more times than not, I haven't seen a computer power on at all. Like, if you try to power it on, it's just not gonna do anything. Not without a CPU. So, realistically, I was very surprised to see that we even got a screen, or a boot up for that matter, but I was not expecting it to be a CPU issue. Which is fine, as long as there's nothing else wrong with it. In fact, actually, while I'm here, I will go ahead and just real quickly check the hard drive to make sure that that also isn't an issue. It is a Mortoni Easy... No, Suki. So it's just... It's fine. It was just... The CPU didn't want to do anything. I am going to go ahead and, however, plug these fans in. Because those fans apparently were not plugged in, and they were just kind of sitting there. Not a good use of your time. You should not have fans in there if you're not going to run them. Because then otherwise they're just taking up space. Alright, so we can easily end this day today. And get our parts in tomorrow. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab ourselves a couple new jobs to do as well. This guy wants to be able to run Fable Fortune at the recommended spec. Emphasis on recommended. I think my piece is getting old. Alright. Question is, what does he actually need to run Fable Fortune? He needs a 1050 Ti, meaning we're going to upgrade this 1050, and we're also going to... What has he got for CPU? 6400? He's going to need a 1300X. Is that the 3700 one? I can't exactly remember. Let me find out. Yeah, 3700 megahertz. So a 6400 is 33, meaning we definitely need to upgrade that. But obviously he's got an Intel board, meaning we're gonna have to upgrade him on the Intel side. I'm thinking I got 300 for a budget, meaning I can't buy the most expensive thing on the market. I'm thinking i3. We'll buy him a 6320, and then we'll buy the No, wait, that's a dual core though. I don't want a dual core. No dual core. Dual cores are for not cool people. All right. Well, in that case, I will consider a 6600. I could technically go 65 and save $10, but I don't exactly know. Let me check my 1050 Ti right now. It's gonna cost 155, so we're already going over budget. I need something that's gonna be. I need the 1050 Ti. I know that front and foremost. The cheapest 1050 Ti is indeed this one here that I have in my inventory already. So I need a CPU that's either 145 or less. That's still better. So what do we got for 145? We got ourselves a... That's still a dual core. Okay, this is actually a huge problem. You know what I'm going to end up having to do? Is I'm probably going to end up having to go slightly over budget. It's not looking like I can really get around it. Alright, whatever. I'll buy that. Unfortunately, that's literally just what's going to end up having to happen. You already have... You have 8 gigs of RAM, which is fine. You have storage. I mean, 4 gigs, you can pretty much put anything in there. Well... That's fine. How much does a 980 cost? Or how about a 970 for that matter? I'm trying to get some loopholes here. No, because these are all wicked expensive ones now. All right, cool. Well, I'm not gonna fight with it. He's going a bit over budget. whatever. I'm fine with it. Alright, replacing RAM. Completing by the... Okay. We gotta replace his RAM. 8 gigs of 2666. And he wants it in red, because obviously why would you ever have 2 different colors of RAM in your computer? Go ahead and accept that. And this guy wants a 3D Mark score of 2745. What's he got already? Well, his honestly, I don't think his CPU is going to do that for him. Excuse me. So I'm thinking we upgrade his CPU. And our thing is 250. So what can we get for 250? We'll buy him a 6700K. It's the most expensive thing we got, and that's where our budget is. So we'll go ahead and accept that, and we'll put that in there and run 3D Mark. Alright, so that's fine. Next day, we're going to go ahead and take care of our things that are already on the tables. This guy has his 1500X in there. We're going to go ahead and close up the handle. We're going to put his CPU cooler back in there. And we should be able to put everything back together. No problem. I don't believe he said to run any virus checks or anything like that. And it's not looking like he's going to need it anyway, because if you look at the desktop, fairly clean. Nothing really to worry about there. Yeah, that's it. That's literally all it is. Alright, cool. So we're going to go ahead and put that away. Go and collect that. And let's see here. This guy is the movie guy. He needs his easy store. We'll put that in here. We'll plug it in real quick. And then we'll go ahead and shut that. And we'll put our side panels back on. And this should be perfectly fine, because I think he's one of like the story, the actual main story characters of this game. So like those people aren't gonna actually give you like a review or anything like that. They give you the rating and that's it. They don't actually tell you, you know, they don't actually say anything review wise. So as long as we actually do what they ask, we're always gonna get 5 stars. Alright, cool. We're gonna go ahead and install a new OS because apparently the computer could not find one. We'll install the OS and then we'll be able to hand it right back to the guy. No problem. Go ahead and place that down, collect that payment, and we'll go ahead and... This is going to be kind of risky because, again, like I said, we're technically wicked over budget when it comes to this. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to make some risks here. We'll take the 60... We'll take that one there, whatever it was called. And we'll put our CPU cooler back on. Plug it back in. Then we need to plug in the 1050 that we have on us. And we are $30 over budget, which is kind of scary. So I'm hoping that we're not going to run into issues here with like a bad rating. Because this guy literally gave us not a whole ton to work with. Unfortunately, this is the guy, he wants to play a certain game. He's got to get certain parts. Alright, cool. So that's all set. We're going to go ahead and put our side panel back on. Make sure it can boot to OS. And we're going to go ahead and, while that's doing that thing, we're going to go ahead and replace the RAM in this one. And I don't believe that other guy said that there's a virus scan or cleaning. We just did the cleaning, but I don't think he said there was a virus scan needed. Okay, cool. So this is just the dust that we need to worry about. So let's go ahead and put this away. Collect our payment. We got 4 stars because we went over budget a bit, unfortunately, so that's fine. We got to replace the RAM now. We need to take this one out. Man, that thing is like right up against the CPU cooler. It's got a little bit of a gap, but not a lot of breathing room. So what I think I'm going to do is, instead of putting it here, I'm actually going to put it on one of these sides. Like on the other side, so it's got a little more room to breathe. And the fan's not just blowing on the ram stick. Alright, cool. So now that's taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and put the case cover back on. We'll start up the computer, we'll plug everything back in, and we'll see. I don't remember if they said they needed a virus scan or not. Yeah, they needed a virus scan, but it didn't need a dusting, so that's good. You wanted plastic white. We're opening this back up. You wanted plastic white cables, and I was just being oblivious. All right, cool. So we'll give them the white cables real quick. I'm gonna remove the PSU shroud because I need to be able to get to the cables a lot easier, just so it's easier to remove them all. All right, remove that. And I do believe that's everything unplugged. Sorry about that. I have no clue what I was just talking about because my parents walked in and was doing a bunch of baloney, whatever. Alright, well, they want the white cables. That much I do know. They want loose. Do they want loose? Or do they want, I don't know. They didn't say. I think just said they wanted plastic white, so we'll give them plastic white. We'll just give them the plain stuff, though. We don't want... I'm not going to bother with sleeve. Not for any reason or anything like that, but at the very least, you know... I don't think it's going to matter, because he's going to... This has got a tinted thing, so it's not going to really show up anyway. Go ahead and put our shroud back on. Our side panel back on. Then we got to run for viruses. Go ahead and plug everything in. Make sure everything is turning on just fine. And then we can go ahead and run our virus scan. We gotta actually plug the USB in too, huh? We'll have to plug the USB in. We'll have to install ourselves the virus scanner. And while that's doing its thing, do I have a PC over here? I do. Oh, this is a weird one. I gotta open it up from this side. Because this is the case. It's like a really mini ITX case. Actually, I don't even think it's ITX. I think it's MATX. No, actually, it's standard ATX. That's hilarious. Actually, it's a SATX case in a very tiny. It's a very tiny form factor. So everything's like squeezed together. All right. So you want a 3D Mark score of whatever that said. I need to unplug the CPU cooler and get to the CPU because that's what we've decided that we're gonna have to upgrade. We'll go ahead and put our new 6700K in there. Give it some thermal paste. Put our CPU cooler back on there. And I might even, honest to God, I might even do some overclocking. Well, depending on what the power supply is. What's the power supply right now? What am I working with? A 400. I'm probably not going to get a lot of overclocking out of that. Because it requires more voltage to overclock a component, and I don't feel comfortable overclocking with a 400 watt power supply. We will just go ahead and power it up and at least get things started. See where we're actually at the moment regarding, you know, like 3D Mark score. The first things first, we got to obviously install it. Now that we've installed the virus scanner, I'm going to go ahead and just real quickly unplug that and plug it into the back of here. That's not what I wanted. And we're going to go ahead and install ourselves our 3D Mark. And we're going to go ahead and take that. And I think I should still technically, yeah, I can still technically remove the virus scanner without the USB plugged in, because all I have to do is uninstall it. It's not like it's going anywhere else. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that. This is all set. We can put that in here. Collect our payment. 4 stars. Why 4 stars? Plastic white cables, yeah? Yeah. I did that right. What did I do? Make some repairs. That's really annoying. That's actually kind of annoying. I did everything they wanted me to. Whatever, dude. I can't sit here and pretend, you know, whatever. I don't care anymore. Let's go ahead and run our 3D Mark. While that's doing its thing, we should go ahead and accept some new stuff. Fix needed. They want a graphics card. They want an R9 380. R9 380. And it's the same thing for a 2 and a 4 gig. Literally the same thing. The only difference is VRAM. I'm just going to buy the 4 gig because it's the same price. I'm going to go ahead and next day delivery it. And this guy needs a new graphics card and a new PSU. Wants a ET550 and a 980 Gamer XL. So we'll hit that. And they wanted a 550. Right, Silverstone? Yeah, okay. And we're going to go ahead and next day delivery that too. And we're going to go ahead and accept. And this guy wants to upgrade his graphics card. Right now he's got a 970 Gaming 100 ME. Not sure what we can do. What do you want? You have $1,000 budget. I think, honestly, what does the 970 have in you've got 12 and 7. Not looking like there's a whole lot of upgrade room. I'll be real with you. 1291, 1774. The 980 Ti slightly better, but it's nothing to write home about. I mean, you know what? We've done a lot of good reviews already. I think we can honestly afford a bad review if we don't. And on top of that, if it doesn't work out, like, we have at least the 980 Ti we can use towards somebody else. Honestly, I don't even know why I bought the golden edition. There's nothing difference. Actually, there is a difference. Very interesting. The golden edition is actually slightly better. Okay, fine. We'll buy the golden edition then. So we'll do that. What else do you want? 16 gigs of RAM. What do you got right now in your thing? You've got a 4 gigabyte 2666 memory. 2666. I want to just buy 1, 2, 3. It would honestly be cheaper to buy. Actually, technically, it wouldn't be cheaper to buy 2 8 gig sticks. So forget I said that. Gotta go ahead and next day delivery it, and we gotta also clean out the dust. And this guy also wants a dust cleaning, and this guy is an MSI fanboy, which is fine because we bought an MSI card, and I think that's it. All right, cool. So 3D Mark should be done. What did we get? 2853. What did we need? 2745. This is perfect. My CPU upgrade did the trick. Go ahead and take care of that. And we should be able to call it a day. Go ahead and end our day. And we're gonna go to work. And we're gonna turn the light on. Make everything peachy. Turn our computer on. That's the wrong button. And we're gonna go ahead and take care of our first rigs. Oh, I just got a huge lag spike right there. Okay, this guy wants a replacement graphics card. That's fine. That's fairly simple. I don't think he said he wanted a virus check, but I could be wrong. No, he did not want a virus check. He just wanted to make sure it was an MSI card. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take the card out. A lot of screws here. Cable management's kind of a monstrosity, but that's fine. Oh, I didn't want that. I did not want that at all. I want the R9 380 right here. Okay, there we go. And then we gotta plug it in. Oh, that fun. I'm still using white cables. That's beautiful. You didn't say you wanted any other cables, right? Okay, cool. So you'll take white because that's just what I had on hand. All right, go ahead and put our PCI lock back in, and this should go ahead. This should make things nice and all set for our customer, and we should get a 5-star rating. No problem. I should probably also plug it in. How much is the auto cable. I'm getting kind of annoyed at having to keep do this. So what do we got for pricing on auto connect? $1,000! Holy crap! That's not good. That's actually not good at all. That's like really expensive. I have to deal with this for that much longer. Alright, go ahead and place that there. Collect our money. And this guy needs the replacement PSU and the replacement graphics card. He definitely needs one hell of a cleaning. And I think he also might have said no virus scan. Okay, it's just a cleaning. Alright, so while the card's out, I'm going to go ahead and just take care of the canned air, and I'm going to go ahead and clean things up a bit in here, and I'll meet you guys back when I'm all set with that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take apart this power supply. I already took apart all the cables and stuff that we needed. Took apart the PSU shroud, or the cover anyway, and we can go ahead and place our new not broken power supply in there, and we'll be able to plug everything in. He didn't say that he wanted any specific colors, did he? Nope, he just wanted to make sure that we got him a replacement Silverstone. Okay, that's fine. White cables it is! Well, actually, for whatever reason, it's not giving him white cables. That's weird. I don't understand the rules or logic with the cable system in this game. Because, like, I have it set to white cables, obviously, but for whatever reason, all the cables that I've got, except for that there's the one cable that decided that it wanted to be white. That makes all the sense. Alright, so I did that. We just need to replace the graphics card. And, it's a 980 Gamer XL, meaning we need this one here. And, we'll go ahead and, I don't know why he had it installed like this, but I'm not about to judge him for it. Personally, I would only really do a card setup like that if it was like a bulkier card that had a lot more like drag, like from like the weight of it. It would be the only reason why I do it this way, is because at least if it stands up tall like this, there's not as much, you know, slack being, you know, dragged down on the card. Alright, well that's all set now. We just gotta make sure that we put our components back on. And it's looking like we're all set. We did the cleaning for him already. There's no virus scan needed. We're gonna go ahead and collect our payment. There we go. We unlocked a peripheral shop. That's beautiful. Alright. So, this guy needs an upgraded graphics card and 16 gigs of RAM. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. Go ahead and take the card out. I'm hoping this honestly works too. I'm really hoping that this golden edition card actually works as an upgrade. Otherwise, I'm gonna be screwed here. Alright, plug one side in, plug the other, moment of truth. Yay, it counted as an upgrade, let's go. Alright, so now I need to put another stick of RAM in. We'll go ahead and, well actually I need to put 3 more sticks of RAM in. We're going to use all 4 slots here, which I don't do very often in this game. I mainly only do 2 for this game. In real life, I use all 4, but for the most part, I only use 2 when I can, because it's actually cheaper to buy more gigabyte per stick than it is to buy 4. Like, if you bought 2 8GB sticks from scratch, it would cost, I think, $160, but if you were to buy, 4 gigs, I think it would cost you like $180. So that's not, it's actually, you're saving money by buying only 2 sticks rather than 4. I'm gonna go ahead and blow the air out, and we should be able just to put this thing back together and ship it off. I don't think there was any cable color that the customer wanted. Alright, cool, we did that. I'm gonna double check because now I'm self-doubting myself. I think I clicked on, okay, you want a virus scan. That's what you want. So I'll go ahead and plug in everything, and we'll have to run a virus scan, and then we'll be done with this PC. Did I put the was there a cover that I need to worry about? I don't think there was. Okay, cool. Alright. Oh yeah, this guy has a lot of stuff on his computer that can fester with viruses. We're gonna go ahead and install our scanner, and there's nothing else in the hallway for us to take care of, so that's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the computer. While that does that, we're gonna go ahead and read some of our emails. This one's not a job, so we're just gonna read it off the top. Hello, last night I was at the bar and I overheard someone talking about computers. Sounded like they were having some kind of technical issue, so I went over and introduced myself. We get into talking and this lady says she managed some kind of esports team. Apparently a bunch of kids play video games and get paid for it. Crazy, right? Turns out they're running some pretty high-end hardware, and they're having reliability problems. Well, if anyone knows about reliability problems, it's me. I told her about the company in my years of experience. The next thing you know, I've landed a job as a technical consultant. Consultant. That's a word, right? That's right, I'm in the big leagues now. Well, I think it's the big leagues. I'm not actually sure how the whole tournament thing works. But it's just video games, how complicated can it be? Anyway, I thought you might want to know. I might even be able to recommend you for some work if you're interested. I'll be in touch, Uncle Tim. Thanks, Uncle Tim. Appreciate it. And we leveled up. We unlocked Cabby Light motherboards, colored cables, and peripheral shop. And we also unlocked a bunch of these different components and stuff. Cool. What do we get next time? 3000 megahertz RAM, LED RAM, and 1060s. And the quick cable, which I thought we already unlocked, but apparently we didn't. Okay, cool. In that case, we should be able to run the virus software. What do we got here? We got it's a benchmark 3841. What do you got in your rig right now? I'm gonna reject this. I'm not thinking we're gonna get that high of a score with what he's got, and I don't feel like spending money right now. I'm actually kind of trying to save up right now. And again, I'm trying to stay away from 3D Mark scores until like later on down the road when people are asking for scratch computers. All right. Hey, thanks for that help with the hardware before my Sonic Monk article went down a treat. Would you believe I'm still struggling to find a replacement copy of Babes of Planet Bathamore? The best I've come across so far was a bootleg DVD of the theoretical cut, but the color reproduction of the naked buffet scene was just awful, and the screen went all wobbly during Captain Cartwright's rousing speech to the downtrodden underclasses. I've been checking online auctions every day for months, but can't find a genuine unsullied, I don't know what that word is, Laserdisc version. What if this landmark film is lost forever? But if I were to start my own cult classics archive, I need to give this some thought. Blake Pattersburg. Thanks, Blake. Alright, well, I appreciate the nice words. I am Bruce Van Cleef, award-winning author, and have recently found myself in need of your services. Personally, I cannot stand modern technology and prefer to work on my trusty 1957 quiet typer. Unfortunately, my editor is insisting that I transfer the latest draft of my current novel, the next great novel of this century, into a digital copy for his convenience. Convenience. How I detest that word. Is there anything more sickening than taking the raw, hard-won outpourings of a writer, his very heart and soul rendered in ink upon a page, and converting it into a digital document, reducing it to nothing more than bits and bytes to be shuffled between computers like so many spreadsheets? Anyway, my current computer is outdated Hulk that I purchased several years ago, and it seems like it's not able to run the latest professional writing software, Scrivener, with enough vim. Kindly upgrade the machine so I can continue my work. The future of literature depends on it. Alright, so I need a i5 6400 or better, and 8 gigs of RAM. So I'm gonna buy an 8 gig stick first and foremost. They don't really need to have dual channel memory, so I'm not gonna worry about that. And then I think we already have a 6400, but we have a used one, and I don't like to give people used stuff. So we're gonna go in next day delivery of that. We're gonna go and accept it, so it gets sent to us tomorrow. And this guy wants to play Bush Flight Simulator. So I'm gonna go ahead and oops. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the virus before I forget that it's here again, because I keep forgetting it's there. And we need to figure out what we need. What do you got so far? You've got 8 gigs of RAM, which should be fine, a 1050 Ti, and a G4400. I think it might only be the CPU we need. Okay, you need a 474 gigabyte. 474 gigabyte. 1242 650. What about a 10? What do you have? You have a 1050 Ti. All right, you have a 1050 Ti, and it's actually better. It is actually, it's Gaming X, right? Yeah, you have a better card than the recommended one. So I'm not gonna upgrade your card. I'm only gonna upgrade your Hold on, guys. Matt is calling me. Hi, buddy.
Hi, is this Visa Castle?
No, this is. Wait, I don't even remember the line. I just messed that up completely. I'm sorry.
It's all good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm recording a PC building simulator video.
Oh, am I in the video now?
You are now in the video.
Let's go. Yes. Okay. Anyway, I was just wanting to call and see if you wanted to chill a little bit when I got back home, but I see you're busy. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not working today, so we can definitely chill when you get home. Just let me know when you're home and everything. No, this is Patrick.
Hello, YouTube. I don't know if they can hear me in the video or not, but...
I'm sure I can turn it up.
Anyway, I'll let you get back to it.
Alright. I'll see you in a bit, bud.
I'll see you, man.
Alright, bye.
Alright.
Well then. I guess that's just the thing now. As I was saying, it's looking like we're gonna need a better CPU. It's in the form of an AM4 CPU, so we're gonna have to try and find out some similar, yeah, that. Okay. You have a 4400, which is not good. I need to find out what's similar to a 1500X. A 1500X has 37. I need 4 cores with 3700 megahertz. Wow, that's a thing I just said. I need 4 cores and 37 at least. I could technically just buy a 6600. It's slightly better, and it also does the charm. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll buy a 6600, and then we'll buy for next day, and then we're gonna go ahead and accept that because I don't think they need another card. If they do, I'll buy one. That's fine. I don't think they're gonna need one though. Everything else seems fine though, so we can pretty much be done. Alright, we'll go ahead and collect our payment, and we can go ahead and turn everything off and prepare for our next. Actually, if I'm correct, yeah, that's the end of the video. we went ahead and finished up the week for the day, for the week. So in that case, we're gonna have our work cut out for us. Next episode, we're gonna take care of upgrading some RAM as well as a CPU. And then hopefully we're going to get into more of the in-depth stuff, hopefully soon, where we start building rigs from scratch and doing full build projects, which I think is going to be really fun, and I think you guys will enjoy a lot. But for now, I think I'm going to leave it here. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. I'd love this channel. Guys, I got a Discord. Come check me outside of YouTube. It's a fun time for all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did make up with you guys in my next one. Goodbye!